friends, we are going to start work on the Pooh junk journal. And I have pulled out some pages from my Diane Reevely Creative journal that I'm going to use as the background papers because they're nice and thick. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure this is the right size because I got the new cinch from We Are Makers to bind books. And I need to make sure that this is only 12 inches long. Okay. So this is 11 inches long. So we're totally fine with that. Okie dokie. And these are less than 12 inches long for sure. So let's start with the cover. The front cover and the back cover. So I am going to, for sure, let's check. Oh, I love Eeyore. Ooh, that's rough. These two go together better to make like what would look like a book. So I'm going to go with those. Otherwise, I would have used Eeyore. Do you want to see them all? So we got Pooh with the balloon. Hi, Kitty. Owl, Pooh in the forest, Eeyore, and Christopher Robin walking up the stairs. And they're all in vintage colors. And then we're going to work on making some mini journal cards and using these. But first we're going to make our covers. Oh, I have that nice tonic trimmer now. So I don't need to fret too much. I can make nice straight covers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to just glue this down. I would rather use collage medium. Do I have more collage medium? Oh, you know what I could use? I am going to use, I almost lied to you. I am going to use matte medium. So this is matte medium. Mod Podge is matte medium. This is just fancy matte medium. And I have my flat distress brush. So if I'm going to put something big down, I want to have as little glue as possible, number one, because I don't want it to get all gooey. And then I want to spread it out evenly over the area so that I get good coverage. And matte medium is really a weird glue product. If you've never used it before, when you start, and any matte medium, Mod Podge, this is Liquitex. I've used, let's not glue all our pages together. Please, me. I've used Liquitex. I've used Mod Podge. What other kinds? Uh-oh, that part up there is drying. So we need to get this. I can't talk to you. Hold on. Okay. And I don't necessarily need this to be super straight right now. And I may have to do the edges. And it doesn't, this is what I was going to tell you before I got so rudely interrupted by my glue starting to dry. It doesn't feel when you start like it's drying. It just doesn't. It feels like it's sticking. It feels like nothing is happening. And you have no chance of this sticking to a page. So I just put that on and I set it off to the side. And now we're going to do this one real quick. Kitty. So Lisa said that she will answer Kitty's problems, which is lovely because none of us are willing to accommodate Kitty's problems. She needs to see a manager most days. I did print these ones out on really good Hammer Mill, like 100-pound bright white paper. And then I accidentally printed the cards on crappy cheap paper. So we're going to have to maybe do a little bit more work on them than we would on something that is a little bit higher quality paper. All right, so this should be relatively dry. This is the first one we did. And let's see how our edges are sticking. We definitely need a little something going on in here. Do I have Nuvo around? Nuvo. There we go. Nuvo's my favorite paper glue. That and Lawn Fawn. But I need to get right up to this edge, especially for a cover, right? that needs to be nicely stuck down. Kitten. Oh, nope, the door isn't shut. Hi, honey. Hi, you want to come up? You want to come up? Don't get on here because there's glue. Come on, jump up. Hi, honey. Why don't you go see Josiah? Josiah wanted to see Kitty. Yeah, Josiah said he was willing to see Kitty. Ouch, honey. Okay, now let's grab this one and get these edges down. I'm not so much worrying about, I'm in pain right now because the cat is just bound and determined she needs the love. And there's I noticed a thing under there, bristle from the brush, and I can see it. I don't know if you can see it. These are going to be treated, adorned, featured. Lots of things are going to happen. So I never worry about having perfect pages for my journals. Okay, now I have a little conundrum. I'm going to go take this and put it in some water, and I will be right back. I am back. Now let's grab, I got the new tonic trimmer that's mixed media. So let's talk about what that means. So a normal paper trimmer, and I have normal paper trimmers like this. The cutting part of it, I don't know if you can see it, is a little tiny pointy thing. And on a mixed media trimmer, this whole carriage is the cutting part. So your ability to cut is much greater with this one. And then I want to get it, trying to find out where the cutting line is. I think it's right there. All right, we're going to try this and see if we did good. And if not, we'll just, because we can cut off little tiny lines. Yeah, we didn't get quite enough. I'm going to go a little bit over. We still didn't get all the white off. I must have, we're going to go to the bottom this time. Hi, honey, go sit down, hon. I'm going to start at the bottom, but what that tells me is that I did not glue this down exactly straight, which is fine. Fine, it's all fine. All right, now let's get this on. Oh, I got to move the carriage. And we're going to go right to the kind of edge of the paper underneath. Now this isn't, see, look, I got the ratty edges. I think for a minute, I'm going to leave that. I'm not that worried about that part right this second. And then let's put this over here and get this nice and straight. Push it up against. And this is cutting through the paper and the Creative Journal paper underneath really well. I have been, I wondered about getting this paper cutter because I have other paper cutters. It didn't really get that part, so that's fine. You know why? Because I have scissors. Okay, let's just clean this one up a little bit. Didn't we had some raggedy bits over here. That isn't the paper trimmer. That is because I yanked this out of a journal. And there we go. Okay, so we have one cover done. Put that aside for 1 second. Let's get this cover. I'm going to do the exact same thing, so I'm not keeping you with me. I'm just going to cut this cover also. Okay, so now I can pull this out over here. And that sits right on my desk at all times, so I can cut things. All right, that corner's good. And always push your glue out, and that way you know it'll get to the edge. Oh, look, I did a corner good. The tiniest piece didn't get caught. Okay, so that one's done. And this is a big gluey mess, right? These are the covers of my journal, so it's worth making a huge mess rather than just like using a little bit of glue to stick them down. Because like my granddaughter will look at this journal. We're gonna probably beat it up a fair bit as we get things going. So it's worthwhile to take the time to get this figured out. All right, we already have a glue smooge. It's fine. Okay. Now let's go to our cards. And I will give you my tips about the cards, and then I'm going to just go cut them myself. So first off, I cut up and go straight, and I cut as many straight lines as I can. So we're going to go straight up here and off the top. Then I'm a righty, so I cut this circly bit with my right hand and then go straight across. And this way you're going to have the nicest round bits, because for the longest time I was like, I am terrible at rounding these cards out. And then I realized that on some of them I was kind of trying to do them the left-hand way, and that does not work at all. Look at that Eeyore card. That may be my favorite. All right, I am going to go cut all these out, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have this adorable little Studio G card from Michaels. And what we're going to do is we are going to use this Eeyore part. I kind of want to keep it so we could still use, where's Eeyore? So it's going to be this way. So I want it more to this edge, and I want to keep this to use for something else later. Okay. So we're going to go across here and across here. Okay. And I'm a little outside the bounds of the amount I need, so I feel comfortable cutting it with my scissors. If I thought I was gonna, it would be fine if I didn't. I would just cut off some more of the other bits. So look how cute. Now we have terms $1 per year that we could use somewhere else. Save all your little bits from your cutoffs, because you can use them later. All right, so now we're gonna put, and I did cut it too small. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna glue this onto here. And I don't want to use that big brush for this, because I want to go around these so we get it nice and stuck down. And this is going to be a card, not a greeting card, but a card that I use in my junk journal that's going to be fun to add maybe to a pull-out pocket or a corner, put it behind a belly band. Doesn't matter, but it will be cool to have in there. And then you need to go right on the bend, on either side of the bend, so that you get this piece of paper stuck. Jesus, my family's trying to kill me. Scared the crap out of me. All right, so we're gonna go, we need it to come all the way over to here. So we're gonna start there, and then we're gonna start flattening this out. There we go, nice and flat, nice and flat. We're gonna start on one edge and go to the other edge. Oops. Something weird's happening. So now we're going to back it off. There we go. And make this nice and flat in here. Okay. Cool. Now we're going to wait for a hot minute for our glue to dry, because we don't want to mess up our big paper trimmer, because I'm going to cut it with the big paper trimmer to make sure it's straight. The rest of this, I can go along. Don't cut with your good scissors when glue's wet. Glue's wet. Okay, we're going to stop that for a second. So now we know that Eeyore is on the inside of this looking all glum. So I'm going to put more Eeyore on here. Okay, let's think about this because I do want those to be there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these out. I'm going to use my snips. I'm sure using an X-Acto knife would be faster. But I don't think I have one handy, and I'm really good with my snips. And I know I should be cutting glue with my snips. But we're just going to real quick cut these out because this is really a cute idea to have in our journal. And this is kind of a little wet and soggy with glue right now. It's fine. It's fine. If you can't get from the top, go underneath. I kind of feel like I cut better from the underneath. It's just a little bit easier for me. I don't know why. And if you didn't have a card like this, I just went to my stash, right? I have so much in my stash. I'm like, I need a cute card. This happened to be the one I grabbed. If you don't have this exact kind of card and you want to make this kind of card, just draw out some banners and cut them out yourself. I just think a peep through is a cute, like this Pooh journal is going to have lots of peep throughs, lots of fun things to look at. I'm excited for it. And I'm a mixed media artist, so I'm not making a journal just from the free printables. I'm using, stuff from my stash. We're going to, on this very one, we're going to go ahead and glue a book page to this to give it a background. That is cute and all cut out. Yours fine. And now what we're going to do, I have all kinds of old papers. Ooh, look at this. Old book pages with stuff on them. Ooh, I dig that. Okay. I like that one. All right. Well, let's see if there's one we like better. Maybe there's more. I have this really cool paper sorting thing now, which is making my life, oh gosh, okay. So this one on plain Jane, no pictures behind it, speaks to me a lot more. And yes, I have a Harlequin pattern problem, everything. I think this is from the video about how to do Halloween background papers, if I had to guess. So now we're going to come back in. We're going to glue this on. Same exact way. I will be right back. Okay, we're gluing down. Let's try to get this along this top so that I can see where the top of my card is. There we go. And we're just going to smoosh this down. And this is the front of the card. This is exciting that we have something fun in the background. Okay, awesome. Yay, now we have to be kind of careful when we bend it to bend it right along that edge. Because now we have like 3 layers of paper. There we go. And I'll cut that out later. I know it looks a bit of a mess right this second. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Everything will be fine. All right, I can see the edge of this, so we're going to go run this right along the edge of this card. And I should be able, I can kind of see it with the light. To feel where the edge of the card is. I can't as much on this one, so we're just going to keep cutting down until we get to the edge of the card. That's card. We might be close to it. I'm going to go and just cut down this way. If I need to straighten that up later, I will. That's cute. Okay, the top we can do because we have, Some people, nice people, are not very good at cutting straight, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's grab this real quick. Take a second. Cut this straight. Imagine that. Crazy talk. And a normal paper trimmer might be able to do this. I don't know. I didn't used to try as much with my normal paper trimmer. Uh-oh. Me has a lot of paper. Okay. There we go. Cute Eeyore. Card. Now, I have to go back, and this is why I cut this out. It might have felt like it was really early to cut it out, but if I didn't cut this out before, I wouldn't know where the edges of the banners were to cut, because I would have covered it with the, what am I trying to say? The background paper. So I'm going to cut these out real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have our card done. I want to get an Eeyore. So I want all of this one. So I'm going to glue this one. Our card is very cattywampus. Can I straighten it out a little bit? Because I don't want to get too close to that, but I feel like I could get it a little straighter. And then I'll probably put some lace or something fun there. Okay, so we're going to put this whole one on the back here because I love this one. And a lot of the gals will go around the edges with their thingies and, you know, your little rubby brush and distress the edges. But I do doodling. So if you were going to vintage that up, you would vintage it up before you stick it down. So now we have cute, cute, cute. What can we put on the front? And we may not have it yet. We may need to wait for the cards or the tags, but could we, that's kind of cute. Could we make him, let's see what we can do. So I don't want this side anymore. So I'm going to tear this up. I want a raggedy edge, a bit of a raggedy edge. And then I'm going to come over, and this already has kind of a tear line. And this is tearing super easy because I didn't use good paper. Okay. And then can I feel like I could put that right on there and we could be done with this for the day. And then we're going to do a lot more to stuff later. But this is a really cute start using the covers and the cards from the Pooh printables. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.